Hey there, so today we have another review. This is from Smuttynose. You guys remember this brand? Anyway, if you want to skip ahead to the review, please do. So when I got into craft beer, this was definitely a brewery that was definitely around a lot. Their Robust Porter is one of my favorite porters of all time. The Finest Kind IPA, which is a classic East Coast IPA, by the way. And don't confuse East Coast with New England. This means it's more of a kind of like a traditional, old school kind of English inspired IPA. Think of like Celebration and Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, which is so dark for a hoppy beer these days, right? So that's really where East Coast sort of lives. 60 Minute was in that realm as well. This is the Shoals Pale Ale, and as you can see, this guy's dark as hell. To speak about this brewery specifically, by the way, they were bought out by an investment group, I believe in 2018, which also recently bought a bunch of other breweries, including Five Boroughs Brewery in Brooklyn. So you've got New Yorkers. Five Boroughs actually makes some great beer. So they got bought out, and that's the investment group, and then ideally they sell it off. I think that's how it works, right? We've seen it already happen to the Oscar Blues and Cigar City brands, and these investment people want to make their money, so they buy a bunch of brands and try to package off to a big company that can actually run a bunch of craft breweries. Not the investment club's not really happy to do that. So Shoals Pale Ale. I'm not quite sure. I probably have had this beer, but we're talking about I haven't had a Smuttynose beer in a gajillion years. So let's dig into this. This is their 30th anniversary edition. Couldn't even find the beer on the website, so that's a shame. And this beer is dark. So this is an East Coast Pale Ale, an East Coast IPA kind of beer, right? Think about that. That's what it's supposed to look like, because it's inspired by British hoppy beers, which are quite dark. A lot of crystal malt in them. Look at Celebration. Look at Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, right? So the beer comes in a solid light to medium gold color on the nose. Very flat. I literally just looked it up. The store, again, the store that I go to, received this 3 weeks ago. And there's no can date. It's very flat and a little bit cardboardy. A little bit of touch of grassiness and pine. So, there's a little bit of bitterness, a little bit of crystal malt character. It's got some amount of hop character, a little bit of that kind of green myrcene character, a little bit of pine, a little bit light citrus. Yeah, this definitely past its peak. I found this in the freaking fridge. This is when the oxidation starts. That's what I'm gonna guess. That's what I'm gonna guess. So I wish I had a date, because then I could tell you something about it. Yeah, there's no date. How do you sell beer just blank no date? I'm gonna send an email to the brewery. My guess is that this is what especially crystal malts, by the way, are oxidative ingredients. I would guess this beer is 4 months old, 3-4 months old. So then, yeah. And the crazy thing is, honestly, this could be even older than that, because I've been to Total Wine. And I've seen some Smuttynose beers. And I'm like, oh, yeah, cool. Let me pick that up. It just came back. It just arrived in my market. I've never had Smuttynose beer in this market. And I wasn't even drinking in New York. And you guys have not seen a Smuttynose beer review in a while. So I was like, oh, let me pick some up. And I look at the Best Buy. I'm like, what? I thought Smuttynose just arrived this market. And it was already old. Shocked me. So I didn't buy any. Gay Faith at GB spent something $4 or $5 on this, and probably $5-6, and I'm gonna throw it out. So pour it out, but yeah, for sure, it's not a year old beer for sure, because it's 30th edition of their 1994 anniversary, blah blah. But it has, again, my guess is anywhere from 3 to 5 months, just past its prime. Until next time, cheers later. Wait, no rating. Yeah, no rating, right? I mean, it's honestly not bad. How about this? I would drink this over the Stone that I just had, the 9.4% Enjoy By, because it's just more drinkable, which is crazy to think that it's just hard to choke down like a 9.4% like hazy nonsense kind of beer. It's definitely not like past. It's not 6 months old, but it's like getting there. So I would guess it's like maybe 3-ish months old, but not tasting good. So maybe 4 months old. Anyway, hoppy beers suck when they're not fresh and have any vibrancy to them, and really it's very flat and bland of a beer.